Hey y'all, American Vagabond, just riding the breeze, kicking ass and taking names in Colombia. Hey, just thought I'd go over my trip. I've been here for a little over a week. Left LA on the 24th, flew to Miami, then into Medellin. So my stay here has consisted of a couple hotels, a hostel, and I'm currently in a pretty awesome mini penthouse. So I'm up on the 20th floor. You can see the city behind me. I've been here for 1 week. So today I'm leaving this location and I'm going to another undisclosed location here in Medellin, Colombia. And what I do when I get to a new city, I have a great app, Hotels Tonight, so I book everything through the app. I get some nice 4-star hotels, pretty good rates here in Medellin. And then I just kind of try to slowly integrate into the city. The logistics of getting around have been a little bit challenging. Uber is really inexpensive. So every place for an Uber ride is anywhere from $3 to $6 pretty much around here. And although they have taxis, you could get in the street. The apps are really easy to use. I have T-Mobile, and my T-Mobile iPhone worked pretty good here, but there were some spots where it would only work on Wi-Fi, so I ended up getting a Colombian SIM, and on my backup phone, my primary is an iPhone 13, and then I have an iPhone 12 that I put the Colombian SIM card in for a Colombian number, and it's working pretty good within Wi-Fi, and then also the 3G or LTE network. So if you have T-Mobile, or even if you don't, bring your iPhone to Colombia, at least to Medellin. If it's unlocked, you can just get a SIM card. It costs about $30 a month, and it's working pretty good. Food, they have amazing restaurants all over. And then also, like Uber Eats, they have a delivery. It's called Rippy, and so far I've ordered it twice. It's been really great service. Prices of food you'll find, depending on where you go, if it's tourist prices, it's probably about 3/4 of what it is in California where I lived. You get a little bit out and it gets down to probably 50 or 25%. There's a place called Coffee and Crepes, so I went in there and had dinner for two, late lunch, a couple drinks, and I thought they hit me for $40, but it was 444,000 pesos. So for 2 meals, and I don't think we had cocktails. I just drank water, and it was $11. So that same crepe place in the United States would have probably been closer to 30, and that's with a tip. So the tip propina is usually 10%. It's optional, and I've been paying for everything with credit cards, which is great. If you got a credit card that doesn't have any foreign fees, it's a real easy way to pay for things around town. You don't have to carry cash. I do have a Charles Schwab account, so when I do go to the ATM and get Colombian pesos out, they don't have any ATM fees. So that's a great tip for international followers. If you've researched any content, get a Charles Schwab brokerage account. There's a savings account on there, or it might be checking, and then when you can transfer it from your US bank to there, and you don't pay any fees. So between the ATM fees and the out-of-country fees, it could be $10 per withdrawal, so it's pretty considerable. So if you're thinking of traveling any place, same thing when I went to Southeast Asia, Charles Schwab is a must-have. Otherwise, you'll get killed on ATM and conversion fees. So I said logistics, it's been a little challenging figuring out the addresses. There are a series of numbers and letters, and when you pull up Uber is real easy to use, but there's default addresses, and if you pick the wrong one, you'll end up the wrong part of the city. So the other day, a 10-minute drive took me about 45 minutes. So that's just part of getting to know your landmarks, saving places within my Uber app that I know that I frequent. So it's getting a lot easier for me to get around now because I have my destination points, and everything's kind of centralized here in Poblado, the area where all the restaurants are. I got a gym membership, $27 a month, really nice gym out here, a chain called SmartFit, reminds me kind of Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness, $7 a day for daily, or $28 a day by the month. So really good service there. Some of the gyms are more crowded than others. I've been to two, but good stuff. So the two primary areas within Medellin that Westerners go that are safe, good restaurants, nice places to live, or Poblado is where I'm at right now. In the other area, not sure the direction, but it's over towards the mountains, about 15 minutes, called Luares. And they both have their advantages. They both have great restaurants. Seems like Poblado has a little bit more of a party vibe, as well as the high-end rooftop restaurants and hotels as well. I've recruited an assistant that's helping me with my business administrative duties, and also as part of her duty, she's tutoring me in Spanish, and then also she let me know that she's taking salsa lessons, and I am not the greatest dancer. I haven't practiced or danced in quite a while, so she's going to help me with basic salsa. So if you're a single guy like me and you come here to Medellin, they're very passionate about music and dancing. So if you're going to get out there and try to date, you're going to want to learn a little bit of salsa, and then also the language, practicando español. If you don't know a lick of Spanish, then you're at a big disadvantage. There's a lot of Westerners here, a lot of gringos, and you could integrate and travel in those circles and use the Google translator. But really, it's like a superpower, guys, when you learn enough Spanish, which is sufficient to converse with someone who doesn't speak a lick of English. So my Spanish, I would rate around a 3. So I ask people sometimes when I'm talking to them what they rate me. I'll get a 4 or 5, but I think it's a 3. When you get older, it's harder to learn new languages, but once you're immersed in a language like I'm here in Colombia, you pick up a few phrases, a few words every week. So the longer you're here, and then also you just make it a goal to speak Spanish. There's a lot of Westerners who come here and they just said, oh, it's too hard, I'm never going to learn it. They don't even try. You could get by with it, but seriously, a second language or speaking any other language is like having a superpower. So strongly encourage you, if you're going to visit any place, whether it be a Spanish speaking country or another foreign country, that you pick up the basics. And then when you're immersed into the city with the locals, they'll all help you in practice. So I practice with my Uber drivers, and sometimes they'll start thinking that I speak more Spanish than I do, and they speak fast and I don't even have any clue. But what I find, they speak slow, or they could understand me. So with my broken Spanish, I kind of equate it to like a child. I speak in short sentences and broken phrases and improper grammar and enunciation, but I know just enough to be dangerous. I know how to converse with someone to make my order at the store, whether I go to a market or to dinner. It's like a superpower. So big piece of advice, if you're going to do any international travel, learn some of the common phrases and make it a goal to become conversational. So dating here, I'm a single bachelor, so it's kind of interesting. There's Tinder, so Westerners, if you're an average Westerner, you're already kind of seen as a high value guy coming here because the socioeconomic status of Colombia is quite depressed. I think the the minimum wage or the beginning salary ranges between $350 to $500 per month. And that's my assistant, her name's Nalia. She told me that's 7 hours a day typically, according to her, 5 days a week. So when you show up here, you're already perceived as rich or well off just because you're someone through work or through holiday. You know, you're traveling to a foreign country, which is something, you know, most local Colombians, one, they don't have, you know, their passport is restricted to Western countries, to most of them. Two, even if they could go, they can't afford it on their salaries. So no one's, you know, throwing their numbers at me when I go out there, and there's a lot of gringos around here. But I find that the women are receptive to talking, or if you like someone, everyone communicates on WhatsApp, so you can get their number, ask them out for coffee, and that, gentlemen, is where you need to learn some basic Spanish. If you don't have any, and you want to say hi to someone, or, you know, ask them if they'd like to join you on for a cup of coffee, or what's their WhatsApp number, you need to have some basic conversational skills. Tinder, I think there's limited number of likes I could do on there, but I connected with a few girls on Tinder, been on a couple coffee dates, dinner dates, and they're lovely. It's just it's awesome being in another country. Everything's new, kind of exciting. The women are lovely. Most everyone's friendly. So Medellian, everything, you know, I heard about it, all the content on YouTube was spot on. So it's what you make of it. It's an interesting place. So this is, I did a 1 week here in this penthouse, and now I'm going to be going to another undisclosed location and staying there for 1 week, and then I'll do a third. So my goal is to, one, find out which place, you know, I would like to possibly go month to month on, because I don't really enjoy living out of a suitcase and moving every week. So once I transition from the weekly, I'll probably get 1 month, and then the good thing about that is, you know, I could go grocery shopping, I could do some meals at home, and that's the goal. So I am just figuring out the city. I haven't done any touristy things. I'm just kind of integrating and trying to, you know, get all the logistics of where to live, what there is to do, where to eat, favorite places, gym, and just get acclimated to the city. And so far, 2 thumbs up to Colombia. So the weather here, it's they call it primavera is the word, eternal spring. They said it's been a little cooler lately with some rain, but I like the overcast, kind of like June gloom in along the California coast. We get some rain in the morning, and right now I think it's about 72. And the weather reminds me a little bit of Mexico City. They're surrounded by mountains, a little bit of rain in the morning, and sometimes, and then some beautiful sunny days. So that's it. I'm just kicking ass and taking names here in Colombia. How's y'all's day? You know, like I say, if you're not exactly where you want to be, doing exactly what you want to do, exactly who you want to do it with, then get your ass moving, son. And Medellin, Colombia is a lovely place. Just in short, the budget, I'd say, you know, I live in Southern California along the coast, so it's not cheap there. So I think, you know, depending on your lifestyle, you can come here and live, have a great time on 50 to 75% of your budget that you have in the United States. And that's all. So kicking ass and taking naps here in Medellin, Colombia. See y'all later.